What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Deep Talk with Sony Blaze, where we get to have deep intellectual conversations with high-minded individuals right in the smoothest city in the world, Rochester, New York. I am your very knowledgeable host, Sony Blaze, and welcome back to Deep Talk with Sony Blaze. It's been a few weeks since I actually recorded anything. I was supposed to go ahead and do an episode a few weeks ago, and just to get right back on schedule. You know, things happen, humanity happened, and best way I can say is, shit happens. Shit fucking happens. Let me go ahead and put up my bag because I want to actually go ahead and just start to focus on this video. So we're gonna find out. We're gonna get back into the Sony Deep Talk with Sony Blaze structure and whatsoever. But I want to go deep. I want to go into a little bit of the episode I was about to actually talk about next, but never got a chance to. And that is monetizing yourself. I'm gonna go deep. I'm not deep into it, just a little bit into it. But mainly what I'm just talking about is just really finding, just to let y'all know where I'm at this waterfall. It's one of my favorite places I actually go to in Rochester, New York, whenever I want to sit back and relax and chill out. So, you're checking out this waterfall while I actually do an episode of Deep Talk with Sony Blaze. If you actually love me doing Deep Talk with Sony Blaze like this, please let me know. Please let me know, because I want to continue to evolve Deep Talk with Sony Blaze until it gets to the point that it makes sense for me. And a lot of people do enjoy Deep Talk with Sony Blaze and whatsoever. Also, simple fact, I do love that they rebuilt this bridge. It looks very, very nice. I have to say, I do enjoy it very, very much. It's beautiful, beautiful work. And I'm probably going to actually use this as a place to record a lot more often, to actually do a lot more content and whatsoever. So after this recording, I'm probably going to do a Sony Blaze Corner blog or something while I'm going through here. But anyways, let's get back to it. So, especially as of these few weeks and whatsoever, amongst other things of my life being kicking my ass, the university be kicking my ass, but they do that because they love you whatsoever, and amongst other things. And one thing that I've been trying to actually have been learning, and have started to slowly figure out is monetizing yourself. So, and basically how to actually make, I won't say make something out of nothing, but making something out of nothing. Now, the one thing that I have gotten to learn is there are opportunities everywhere. There's opportunities everywhere, and there is a way for you to actually go ahead and make earnings, make something, with whatever that you got, whatever skills, whatever products, whatever it is. There's something out there for you to go ahead and work at, man. I mean, all you have to do is just go ahead and just try it. And that's what I've done. And as of this moment, so far, you can say I have but I do have two sources of income so far. One of them I will explain it right now. Twitch. I ain't getting that much from Twitch, but at least it's something. But those are, I won't say it's Twitch is more of a monetizing yourself away. I guess the other source that I got is a way to monetize, but like I said, we're just gonna keep that to myself. But let's go with Twitch and more about monetizing. So first of all, let's get the word, the definition. I mean, I don't know the definition of monetize and whatsoever, but to get into it, what do I mean about monetize or whatsoever? When I'm talking about monetizing, I don't mean that you sitting there just find a way to make money on your own and whatsoever. No, 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 no. That's not what I mean by monetizing. I have to sit there thank this one African. Oh, look, all these, y'all probably can't see him up there right now. I gotta, turn the camera in a better way. But it's an African lady. I can't remember. I was subscribed to her on YouTube, and she was talking about that. But anyway, monetize is not about just you making money or you find a way to make money on your own. No, 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 no. I mean, that's part of it. No, but monetizing, mainly what monetizing is basically is the stuff, the skills, the qualities that you have is able to make something. So, or to make you some type of source of income or sustainability, basically. So basically, like, let's say if you were to make a book, sell a book, and the book start to make money, so that's a easier way to think of what monetizing is. So when it comes down to it, when you think of monetizing yourself and monetize, it's not about you sitting there and doing a few digital work like fixing websites or whatsoever, make money. No, no, no. Monetizing yourself is the skills that you have be able to take you to the places that you need to go to. That's the best way to think of it. So anyways, let's get back to it. So like I said, Twitch is something that you could say that is good monetization for me whatsoever, and I'm slowly working on that, more of it, and building that up. So anyways, as I continue on just doing this bike ride in Rochester, New York, and whatsoever, and just thinking about like how can I sit there and get my third source of income and whatsoever? How can I make money? How can I do this? How can I do that? How can I blah blah blah? And one thing, and like I said, this is not like 100% an episode of. Oh, sorry about that. I accidentally did something, so hopefully we still have the video over here, but that's okay. We could just stitch it together. But anyways, back to what I was about to say. It was something about monetizing yourself. Shit, I forgot where I was going with this. But anyway, I already got towards the point of having two sources of income, but the sources of income, they're not like the Twitch and the other one. They're enough for pocket change, but they're not like that, or like that main monetizing. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. This is not about monetizing yourself. I will sit there and work about that episode on the official episode back. I mean, technically this is the official episode back, but the planned episode, we're gonna do that. So we're probably gonna put that in the back burner. But anyways, back to it. So I don't have that third source to sit there and be like, and that's why we're here today. Because I mean, we're first of all, we're out here, we're clearing a state of mind, a good state of mind. Because I'm gonna tell you like this: when you're in that process of trying to figure out how to monetize yourself, how to actually get money, and I'm pretty sure y'all looking at me like, yo, man, like, look at you, man, you barely shaved, your ass looking crazy as fucking whatsoever. This is my natural state. I just just be chilling whatsoever. And like I said, even though I do have two sources of income, they're not that much. And probably the best person to understand about the situations are somebody who is working their way into actually establish some type of, whatever it is. So I want to actually explain that, the things that I have learned while I'm continuing on these few weeks to try to figure out how to monetize myself and basically be stable and whatsoever. Now, one thing that I've learned is, and this is one recently too, don't go shopping while you're hungry. I forgot what I think I can't remember exactly where I got that term from. But it's a good thing to actually really think about that too. to really think about when you're on the process of becoming self-sufficient and monetizing yourself and whatsoever, and what you're trying to figure out what you want to do, how you want to do it, what type of business whatsoever that you're trying to get into. And the main thing that I've learned is don't go shopping hungry. Don't go shopping, especially like I think it was like a advice for single men too. But don't go shopping hungry. What I'm saying is, don't go sit there and try to create a business, try to create something while you hurting for cash, while you hurting for some type of established source of income that you can grab. Because from experience, when you're at that point, you tend to actually do this, that, and the third, and you tend to burn yourself out. You tend to, burn bridges. You tend to break things. You tend to do things that you never expect to do, and you end up breaking things they never expect to break. And shit happens like that. And while you shopping hungry, I should say, or while you trying to get a business, while you strapped for cash, because you're such in a rush with your mind and whatsoever. You're trying to sit there, you're trying to get the money. You're trying to sit there and just do this and that, but you don't have a clear head. And that's the issue. You know what? I want to go ahead and actually record this video while sitting, because this shit look wild. Oh yeah, I definitely gonna have to actually, save a thumbnail with me staying like this. So, anyways, hopefully y'all can still be able to hear me. And it's like that though, man. So if you're in the process, if you're trying to be an entrepreneur, trying to get a business for yourself and whatsoever, and you don't know exactly what type of business that you have that you got going, do not rush into things. Do not rush into things. Do not rush, not just rush into things. Do not go into it while you're hurting for money. I will say this though, it's okay to go into it when you have no money. Yes, that's fine. There's a difference between going in there when you have no money and going in there when you strap for money or you need the money. Because like I said, the hunger part. Because when you're sitting there, when you're hungry just to get that money whatsoever, you make decisions that are unwise. You make things that just not that great and whatsoever. So one thing you just need to do is just sit back and calm and just chill out. Now we're gonna go ahead and continue this. I want to actually bike somewhere else. We'll be right back. Also, please let me know if you actually like me recording out in public like this for Deep Talk with Sony Blaze. Just let me know. I won't do this completely 100%, but this is something that I will probably do, or maybe some videos I'll probably incorporate with Deep Talk with Sony Blaze, but we'll see. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. So anyways, that's the one thing that I have been slowly figuring out, because like I said, even though the two sources of income is not the greatest, one of them it doesn't look that great when you look at it yourself, it's not that glamorous. The one I haven't said anything, I ain't gonna say it still. And Twitch, that's gonna take a lot of time and effort when it comes down to Twitch. It's gonna take a lot of time and effort, and I will say with both of them do have opportunities to make a lot of money, but both of them just like everything else, it will take a lot of work. So since, like I said before, since I do have two sources of income, and now, and not just see, that's another thing too. That's another thing. I want to actually speak on that before we deeply get into it. A lot of times, like a lot of us, we try to actually do what we need to do, and we have jobs and whatsoever, jobs and whatsoever. And with our jobs, we try, we get our money there, and put in our money there, save our money, and try to sit there and get a business and whatsoever. Now, over the years, one thing I have learned while doing that is, while you are, putting all the time and effort on your job and making the money and whatsoever, all that time and effort, all that energy, it doesn't last. And then once you go home, now I'm not saying it can't work and whatsoever, but it does sucks. It does sucks. So you go ahead and put all your time and effort on the job, so you won't lose the job. So, and then also make all the money so you can be able to pay what you need to pay. And then at the end of the day, you be too tired to actually get into where you want to get into. Now, some people can easily do it. Now, this is not, these messages is not for those individuals who can sit there easily, go in, put in that work, and just survive without like it's nothing. That's not who I'm talking to. I'm talking to the people who, just like me, who try that and then put in all the energy in their work, but then when it comes down to where they need to put their time and energy on to their business, to whatever they're trying to do, they lose the energy. So, and I got a little out of into a tangent, a little off track to what I was getting at, but to get back to it. And so we sit there and like with back to it with the two sources of income. And what I learned is, for order for you to actually survive, so you can sit there and sustain the lifestyle what you're trying to get, and sustain the what you're trying to do, or with the source of income that you're trying to make. And I'm just losing it right now. It's one, first of all, you got to do things that works for you, works for your system. Because that's the main thing that I just want to talk, and that's going to be the title right there, your system. Because you see, the thing is, everybody works and everybody have different systems within themselves. Not everybody. Oh shit. Oh, that hurts. Not everybody works as the same type of system like everybody else is. Not everybody does, 5 day a week. Hello. Not everybody can do a 5 days a week, 8 hours type shift on a job, and then just come home and just sit there and easily have enough energy to go ahead and do their business. I mean, shit, I can't. Hell nah. Shit, I barely can't even fucking do 5 days, and just, I can't do that. That's not my style. My style is I'd rather sit there, put in all my energy, all time and energy on the project right then and there, and then if I don't finish it, I don't finish it, but then I'll probably finish it some other time, and then just get back to it whenever that energy gets back into it. That's how I work. I mean, now, at first you think it's inefficient, but but you know what? We're gonna talk about that a little later on. But let's get back into the subject back at hand. A lot of people, that's how they are. So, like I said before, this message is for those individuals who are like that, who doesn't just work consistently like that, and only works, a few times a day, and then that's it. And then after that, that's all they have. So, to get towards what I'm trying to get at with what I was trying to get at is, well, first of all, when I'm I lost what I was about to say. I really did lost what I was about to say. Well, let's see if the universe will allow me to actually remember what I was going to say. But anyways, we're going to end this here. We ain't going to make this too long. But see, the thing is, though, man, when it comes down to it, though, man, what it is it's the system. It's the system, man. It's the system. A lot of us, like, especially like what we're dealing with right now. What we're dealing with right now with this time and day, at the moment of the recording, 2026, and whatsoever. We've been trying to figure out how to not figure out, but we all end up trying to do a system that's, first of all, was built on slavery. Yes, like the job system is pretty much built on pretty much slavery. It's just, it just got another name to it. It just got another name to it. And basically, we're sitting there doing a lot of back-breaking work for fucking nothing. For fucking nothing. And with that system wasn't meant for, for your health, or for your mental health, for your spiritual health, for your emotional health, for your physical health. It wasn't meant for that. What it was meant for, the system that we're all in, is meant for is just to helping other people to get a lot better and richer. So when it comes down to it, though, man, if you really, really want to actually sit there, if you want to sit there, monetize yourself and get more self-sufficient. And also, like I said, what I'm learning is you got to build that system that works for you. You got to build that system that works for you. If that system is something that you only work once per week, and maybe a few hours, and you put all your eggs in that one basket, that's you. Because I'm pretty sure you figure out, what other things you need to do. If your system is working those 5 days a week, getting up in the morning and do what you need to do, that's your system. What it is just you got to figure out that system. So, and once you figure out that system, the business that you really want to do, you can sit there and slowly focus on that. Because once you get that system, once you get that money, you're not gonna sit there and focus on, oh man, I'm gonna get this money. Oh man, shit, I'm losing it. Oh man, building. Nah. Once you get towards that point, you can sit there and focus on building whatever you need to build. If you sit there and need to build that business and focus on that time and energy, you'll do that. And instead of sitting there making unnecessary decisions because you was very strapped on money, because you were sitting there broke and had that broke mindset, you be able to go in and be like, okay, I'll be able to sit there, putting in that focus, putting in that energy, because I'm clear-headed, clear-minded. I can sit there, do what I need to do, and then bam, do what you need to do. Anyways, that's about it for, this episode of Deep Talk with Sony Blaze. I'm surprised I even recorded this. Hopefully, let's see if we surprise myself. I actually put it out. Anyways, thank you for joining me in my corner of the universe. Peace.